Good morning, everyone. You're not going to believe it. I'm doing this without coffee. Yep, I have an early flight. And good morning. Good morning, Emily. How are you? Good morning, Melissa. I know you'll be proud of me, Emily. I have water. I have no coffee. I'm trying to be en route to coffee. I'm asking that you all pray and just wish me coffee in this general direction, because this is what I'm sitting in. Now, I'm not driving. There's my buddy. There's Seth. He's taking me to the airport. Should have texted me to let me know the traffic was extremely bad. Oh, well, isn't that wonderful? Well, my flight doesn't leave till 9:30, and this is why we're up and out and on the road early. Yes, there are travel mugs. I do, right? I know. There's Seth. Everybody's saying hi, Seth. Somebody say hi, Seth. Say good morning. Got him up early so he could take me to the airport. Good morning, everyone. How are you this Monday morning? We're in the month of May. We are in the month of May. Good morning, James. Are you back stateside now? Good morning, Joy. How are you doing? At least I'm headed to the great state. Yes, I am. I'm heading to Dallas. And what Monday would not be complete? Can you guys see that? Let me see if I can I zoom in? It won't let me zoom in. I don't know if you can see the flashing lights, but yes, what Monday would be complete without a wreck on the freeway? You're scoping live from your car at 8:30. Well, Melissa, we are at least on the same kind of theme, right? Good morning, everyone. It is Monday morning here in the wonderful Nashville area, and I'm sitting in traffic, and I have no coffee. What is wrong with me? Why did I do that? Well, I do have my bottle of water this morning. Okay, so I'm going to take a swig of that. And just watch the cars go by as I sit in traffic. I'm so grateful that Seth took me to the airport. Otherwise, this would be like a $40 cab ride. And the beauty is he gets to have the car while I'm gone. You'll be in your driveway. Well, see, now I'm not driving. I'm a passenger. So I was trying to be a little smart about that. But how's everybody doing this morning? How was your weekend? Give me something fun that you did this weekend. Put it there in the comments and let me know. I had a very busy weekend. I am definitely getting some coffee when I get to the airport. Are you kidding? In fact, I love that there is in the Nashville airport, there's a Starbucks at the baggage claim area. So when you come in, you get Starbucks. Then once you get past security, the first thing there is a large, beautiful Starbucks, because they just know that people have to coffee, especially on a Monday. So yes, there is a lovely accident, because what would Monday be without an accident on the freeway where you're trying to go? Okay. Well, guys, it's a new month. We're in the month of May. What kind of goals do you have for this month? It's going to be summer soon. Next month is summer. We're into the spring season. So think about the things that you want to do for this month. I've got some major things I'm doing in my garden, getting my backyard ready. Yeah, BHAGs. We got to have some BHAGs. Working on the goals this morning. Good. That's it, Emily. That's it right there. This is Ramsey. Well, good morning, Ramsey. Good to have you in here this morning. So I'm going to take a minute and say hello to all of my live listeners and viewers. So Melissa, Leanne, Emily, Tanisha, good morning. Ben, Suzanne, good to see you here, my dear. James, welcome. Are you back in the States? Good morning, Steven. I know you're probably just getting off work. Hi, Carla and Sherry. And Ramsey's on here, and Ann's here. Hi, Carol, and of course, Miss Mary in Texas. So it's great to see you guys here. We are starting a new book. It is like Romper Room. Just saying good morning to everybody. But I really like to make sure that I personally say hello, because I thank you for tuning in and just watching. So we are starting a whole new month, and we've got a whole new book project that we are starting. Okay? Because we're going to talk about, and especially since we talked about it's getting closer. Look, guys, live action. There it is. There they go. I hope nobody's injured. That would be terrible. Oh, that's the, what is that? Those are the people that let everybody know there's a problem on the road, because we need one more car on the road. So we're talking about this thing called art that we create. Several of you in this scope are artists. You know, Carla, you create beautiful couture clothing. You know, you handcraft all of your products, and so that's an amazing thing. There are several of us who have different kinds of art. Maybe you're a sculptor. Maybe you are a writer. Writers create stories. So what is the art that you're trying to bring to the surface? Your art may be great customer service skills. You may be a highly administrative person. You might be someone who is, you know, a great support staff. Maybe you're great with nonprofits. Maybe you're a teacher. Maybe you're a gardener. Whatever it is that you do, that is your art. And so we are trying to focus on, you quilt, but you don't create your own pattern. But you are, Mary, you are making things. You are creating beautiful tapestries, because even quilts tell stories. So think about your art, think about what that is, and Teacher Appreciation Day tomorrow. Yes. So we need to show appreciation to our teachers. Any of your kids' teachers, if you're in school, any of your teachers or teachers who've helped you along the way. Right. Exactly. So creating is art. So when we think about, remember we talked about last month, our life plans and things that we are doing to look at the rest of our life and the time that we have and really think about what it is we're doing and creating along the way. So as we think about that, that's what we're talking about in this book. Why is it such a struggle sometimes to create our art? Why is it such a struggle when we go to sit and write something? You know, I love what Steven Pressfield says here in the book in the beginning, because he talks about this. He said, there's a real secret that real writers know that wannabe writers don't. It's not the writing part that's hard. What's hard is sitting down to write. What keeps us from sitting down is resistance. What keeps you from picking up that art or that talent or that craft, whatever that is, when you forget to pick that up and do that every day, you are resisting that art. And what is it that starts to happen? Your mind gets cluttered sometimes. Yes, absolutely. We lose motivation. We lose focus. What is it that gets us off our focus when we're trying to create art? So I love what Steven says in the book. He says most of us have two lives, the lives we live and the unlived life within us. Between the two stands resistance. To yield to resistance deforms our spirit. It stunts us and makes us less than we are and we're born to be. Every sun casts a shadow, and genius's shadow is resistance. As powerful as is our soul's call to realization, so potent are the forces of resistance arrayed against it. Resistance is faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, harder to kick than crack cocaine. We're not alone if we've been mowed down by resistance. And here's the biggest hitch. We don't even know what hit us. From age 24 to 32, resistance kicked me from the East Coast to the West Coast and back again 13 times, and I never knew it existed. Steven Pressfield even went through this moment of resistance where he could not sit down to write. There was just something happening. So, do we dare stare death in the face to make us stand up and confront resistance? He gives an example about a woman who is diagnosed with cancer and learns she has 6 months to live. You know, when my late husband was diagnosed with cancer, we were told on that day that he had 6 to 9 months. 6 to 9 months, and they were pretty accurate in their range because 8 months later he was gone. And so when our family had to face that, we had to face some things that made us do things like create those life plans, create those legal documents that protected our family, that protected my kids, that protected our legacy, that enabled things to be put into place so that we would be able to keep going, okay? Same thing happened with your dad, yes, okay? So what is that art? What is that thing? What is it that we are doing that is standing between us and our envisioned future? We talked about our life plans last month, and we created those purpose statements. Remember, we envisioned what that future would look like, came up with a quote. We looked at those things and actually assessed where we were. And that's the part that we're going to be working on this month, about what is it that happens when we struggle in this war with our art. So Steven Pressfield says, and this was an interesting story that he told, because he said, he says in the book, look in your own heart. Unless I'm crazy right now, a still small voice is piping up, telling you, as it has 10,000 times, the calling that is yours and yours alone. No one has to tell you, and unless I'm crazy, you're no closer to taking action on it than you were yesterday or will be tomorrow. You think resistance isn't real? Resistance will bury you, okay? So I want to leave you with this story because I found this really interesting. The Bible tells us that our battle is not against flesh and blood, but of powers and principalities. And we seem to think that there's a demon behind everything, when really that's not the case. There are things in our own human nature that are there, that rise up, that create that resistance towards moving forward in what we want to be. Okay? Yes, perfectionism. Absolutely. Hi, good morning, Michelle. So great to see you here. So when you think about that, listen to this story, because this is really interesting. Steven Pressfield brings this out. He said, Hitler wanted to be an artist. At 18, he took his inheritance, 700 kronen, and moved to Vienna to live and study. He applied to the Academy of Fine Arts and later to the School of Architecture. Ever see one of his paintings? Neither have I. Resistance beat him. Call it overstatement, but I'll say it anyway. It was easier for Hitler to start World War II than it was for him to face a blank square of canvas. Your mom often said, don't give the devil too much credit or he will take over. Right. Jeff, great to see you here, buddy. Congratulations. So excited for you. Qualifying for the Boston Marathon. Just what an amazing thing, buddy. I want you to know you inspire me to keep at that 2 miles till I don't cry, because then 3 is just around the corner. And my goal is to run a 5K. I want to do it before the end of the year. I'm really trying to build my stamina. So thank you for being such an inspiration. You guys need to follow Jeff Frabel. He did a fantastic job. He qualified for the Boston Marathon. Talk about someone who is avidly pursuing his art. He has been training for a long time. You're dealing with resistance now, excited to overcome. Yes. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. I'm so excited. I was so inspired by you, okay? Yeah, there you go. Right? That's me too, Michelle. Good grief. So, think about that today. Think about what that resistance is for you. I mean, you notice that we had resistance in traffic, and we're headed to the airport because I've got to be somewhere. And I'm going to be taking my work and my art and my craft with me, because I'm still going to be doing it no matter where I am. And I want to encourage you, as we are getting into this book, we're going to identify what resistance is. Then we're going to take on what is called Life of a Pro. We're going to look at what an organized and professional person does when they are walking every day and creating their art. Okay? And then we're going to look at the inspiration behind that art and connect with that. Okay? Because that is truly where our source comes from. And it's so great to have people like you to start the morning with me. And I hope that as we go through this material, that you can be encouraged to keep creating your art, to realize that we are in a war, but we've already been given the tools to win, and the path is made clear for us to do so. So we need to run the race, right, Jeff, with diligence and perseverance, because we will create our art and leave behind a great legacy for those that we love, okay? So guys, I just want to thank you so much for hanging out with me every morning. I am definitely on a quest for coffee. That's got to be important, because I will need to have coffee but I have to go through TSA first. So definitely going to head up some coffee. Thank you for those that are in the group. I appreciate you being a part of the group. You can join the group on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/Coffee Talk with Ronnie, and share the conversation there. I also go live stream in the group with everybody just to check in with you and say hi on a personal level. So thanks, Becky. Good morning, my friend. Great to have you here. So guys, listen, you are the artists and the creators. You are the dreamers of dreams. Remember that you're awesome. Fill up your awesome tank today and take it out there and create your art. Start your Monday off with a kick in your step. And don't forget, we're doing this every day. It's a step-by-step process. So I hope you've got a copy of the book. I'll be putting the reading schedule up in the group later on this afternoon. And I'll see you back here for tomorrow morning for more Coffee Talk. So thanks to all my viewers watching live. And if you're watching via replay, my name is Ronnie Harden. It's great to have you here. Let me just check in to say hi to Jeff and to Becky. To David, Mike, great to have you here. Cynthia, it's great to see you here. David Angel, great to have you here. Anne, also great to see you. Want to thank everybody that's been here with me this morning. Headed to the airport, getting some coffee and getting on a plane. I'll touch base with you guys in the group later on, and I'll see the rest of you tomorrow morning, same time, for more Coffee Talk. All right? Love you guys. Have a great day.